So we get woolly bud stage first in the 115.
This is the one that we always get bud break up here quickest. That's why I came up here, because this is where we get buds first.
So we should think about starting to get ready to line up that spray in the Riesling first, then, huh?
Yeah, these things are pushing, ripping off the edges, off the ends. See, what happens is that as the vine wakes up from being dormant, like you cut these things off when they're dormant and they just stay that way, nothing happens. And see how this is wet back from the end, and see how that's dripping off the end? That's because the plant's waking up. And osmotic pressure, it's pulling out of the soil now, and it's pushing out towards the ends. It's pushing out nutrients, it's waking the vine up. And what happens is when you make a cut, you give a place for the pressure to go.
Right.
And so the pressure pushes out the ends, and that's why you have this thing wet back to here, because it's coming out here and running down here, and it's right here, it's just dripping off the end because it's pointing downhill. But that, you just see that, like, see that one dripping off there, that cut right there? So that's osmotic pressure. It's pressure coming up that the vine is waking up and it's putting pressure, and that pressure is what's pushing these buds open. And that comes from a combination of soil temperature, air temperature, hours of daylight. So it's like opening up. We have more daylight, and the vines are just waking up.
It's just signaling that it's time for the season to start.
They're starting to grow, and they're starting to push. So.
But it's only March 2nd.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the scary part, because this is like more typical of maybe 2 to 3 weeks.
Like 3rd week in March or something.
Right.
Well, we won't have to worry about a slow start to this season, I guess.
These are all pushed out.
Now this is the new Riesling.
Some of these are starting.
Oh yeah.
Same thing here, some of these are starting to push out. Now see, the Riesling's a little later, so these aren't starting to. Well, there's one. See, it's pushing out the end. See how it's bleeding out the end? So when you see the tips are wet like that, that means they're starting to wake up.